Previously on Sailing Cuba, we are left completely in the dark. I had to go at the mast in the middle of the Atlantic, and we finally caught a fish.
I think this is coming along pretty well. It feels good. It looks like pizza dough.
I'm 2 hours into my shift and we had to recook dinner because the pizza turned out really hard. It looks like a tons of bricks. Look at this. Yeah, we got some big waves behind. Boat is okay, but we got things tossed around. I mean, we don't have much, everything's tucked away. It's just a couple of dishes, to be honest. Sarah's sleeping at the moment, and then she'll take over when it comes down a little bit. I wanna let her sleep.
Past few days have been a little bit challenging. It's yeah, we get a lot of cross swells from the stern. Our buddy boat Cordelia seems to be faster than us. They're already about 22 miles ahead, but they have 2 Genoas out, and we are currently only having the Genoa out, like one head sail, and we're not using our spinnaker pole. We don't really feel comfortable putting the pole up with the heavy swells, just like pushing the boat side to side, and every now and then it's pitching so much that we're afraid the pole would just dip in the water and break something. Hopefully the weather is going to be improving a little bit for tomorrow, and then it might actually start all over again. But we're pulling through. We're just a little bit beat because, yeah, the boat moving so much unexpectedly can be a bit challenging. In the past 3 days actually nothing broke, which is really good. But then yesterday I kind of finished my shift at night and I noticed that our stove looked a bit odd, like the handle was not in the right position. It was dark because we put the lights down in the evening, so we keep our night vision. So when I switched the light on, I saw that our gimbal, the hinges that let the stove swivel, one of them has just snapped. Luckily the stove did not fly out. Now we wedged a fender underneath, which looks a little bit like there's a beluga below guarding the stove. It's been a bit exhausting so far, I don't want to lie, but it is an experience, so let's see. As the weather calmed down, we decided to hoist the spinnaker pole again. This isn't quite as straightforward, since you have to arrange 4 separate lines in order for it all to work together. During the night, the main gets reefed and the pole gets taken down again, because the last thing you want is to be caught in a squall with your wings open like a butterfly at the mercy of the wind. We're finally on a proper downwind course. We got both sails up. Took us a while. It's a lot of fiddling around with it. Kept the spinnaker pole kept slamming the sail, or rather the sail kept slamming the spinnaker pole. But now, even though it looks chuckly, it's so much. That's what it does, exactly. It's so much more comfortable though.
What day is this? 11?
I think it's 12.
Yeah, day 12. Yeah. How many miles we got? Like 680? Maybe?
I think so, yeah. We're still doing about 6 knots, and Cordelia is further in the north. We're coming down a bit south now because we've just been hit by squalls in the past few days over and over. It's been pretty uncomfortable. So we said, no, we're trying to head south because this is what our weather router, Kiko, was telling us as well. It's better to head south. It's a bit more stable around here. And Cordelia amended their course now as well. So we're probably going to meet because they're a bit slower on the quarter. And we're a bit faster downwind with less wave movement because the waves just calmed down now as well the further we go south. It's been kind of crazy these past few days. And yeah, it's gonna be a tight race, I think, still. It's been difficult keeping up with them because they have the twin sails up, but look at this. Now we have them as well.
I make hamburguesas with cheese.
So they're cheeseburgers?
Yes.
Without the
bread.
Sailing just makes me want to eat and sleep, and that's it. Eat and sleep. Oh wow.
There you are. Dinner's
chubby.
Oh god, thank you.
People always say that you can't eat fresh while you're on the way. Usually a lot of things actually do last for at least 10 days.
The bananas are not getting any better. The bananas are just going black, but no.
I think our bananas will be ripe by the time we're already in the Caribbean, and then we find better bananas.
It's 29 degrees here.
Comfy. So you're happy about the pole after all of that swearing and moaning?
Yeah, so we put the spinnaker pole up. Fantastic. So let's wait 24 hours to see what the downside is. There's always a downside. I don't know where it is yet.
Hey guys, so we just ate, and now of course we encountered another issue. Some of the stitching and the head sail has come off due to the slamming just on the bottom. I'm just getting all of my sewing equipment out, and we're gonna hand stitch it while the sail is up on the bow. Yesterday you said I want to be struggling to keep up with Cordelia. Yeah. Since then everything's been breaking.
Good rainy mornings. Today is day 13. We have another 4 more days to go, maybe 3.5. I think it's going to take us about maybe 17 days, 16.5 to 17 days, which is actually quite good. Our buddy boat Cordelia is still maybe like 10 miles ahead, but they're like 50 something miles down south. They have a heavy boat, so they want a little bit more wind, and we can make the same speed but with lighter winds. Because it's been raining like this, at the moment the batteries are not getting charged, and we have a very hungry autopilot. We have an electronic one, we don't have a wind vane. But what we do every day, we turn the motor on for about an hour, and we get some power into the main batteries and also into the external battery that runs the fridge, and that's how we've been doing it so far. It's been working. We have about 4 more days to go, and we should be okay. The meat's still frozen. So whoever tells you that the Atlantic crossing is easy, yeah, it may be easy if you have like 4 or 5 people, because you have enough time to sleep. But short-handed, like Sarah and I, that's very difficult, man, because sometimes you plan to sleep at a certain time, and then you have to wake up because there's a squall or something breaks. There are many things breaking in the boat. Nothing major, but little things that, you know, come on, like the stove and things like that, and the sail ripped. Well, that's kind of important.
The morning of day 16, and we've been passing rain squalls all night. It's been raining like crazy. I've just reattached the dinghy a little bit because it was filling up with water, and the oar and the flip-flops we had inside were just chuckling around, wanting to get flushed out from the dinghy. Nico went to bed. He's sleeping right now in the cabin. He took over most of the night because first we didn't have any wind for a couple of hours, and then yeah, it started raining like crazy. Actually, I was asleep in the cockpit and it just started, and then we brought everything downstairs again. All of our blankets and everything, and yeah, he stayed upstairs and I went to sleep longer. Now it's just getting light now. I can't say the sun's coming up because it's just grey and the wind has died, so I'll probably have to put the engine back on, otherwise we're not going to make any way. Yesterday evening the wind died completely and we had to motor for a little while because we were not moving yeah, until I fell asleep. So hopefully we get a little bit more wind, because otherwise it will take us quite a lot longer still. Unfortunately, we were so happy that we didn't have to use the engine, like, hardly, and now we've been motoring quite a bit. So fingers crossed, hopefully we get a little bit more wind once this weather system has passed. Things is now shifted almost 180 degrees. It's coming from the nose now. It's a tiny little bit, just enough to sail, but yeah, we really love to turn the engine off. We're moving at like 2.5 knots. It's not great, but we are going places. I think there's another squall coming behind me. I'm hoping secretly that it will just pass or rain out before it reaches us, because it will probably turn the wind around again. We made a perfect wave on our chartplotter, or rather me. This is where I was going. Here I decided to make coffee and then forgot I still had the wind vane on. Then the wind shifted because the squall was passing by, and as I came out I realized the boat was already trying to go back to Cape Verde.
We are braver, getting braver in every way. We're getting stronger, yeah.
It's like an island.
We have officially entered a 24-hour race. It's the last 24 hours. We have our buddy boat Cordelia just to our port side. They've been traveling with us for the last 2,100 nautical miles, and we can't believe that we spent only 67 miles apart from each other in such a long passage.
We've been chasing them for the past 2 weeks pretty much.
They fly twin sails. Normally with downwind, straight downwind, they're like a rocket. They go really fast, and that's been their advantage so far. But now we're in an angle that they cannot fly the twin sail, and this is when we're gonna get them.
This is a message directly to SV Cordelia. We're on that stretch of the last 24 hours, and we've officially turned the turbo on.
Good squall lock on.
A big squall is just shearing us, and we're gliding down at 7.5 knots. Oh wow.
When there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every smile, with every tear, I know I will make it. I'm gonna see
only 25 miles from St. Anne. This is the last day, I mean the last night. To the port side I can see the lights of St. Lucia, and to the starboard side I can see the lights of Martinique. Pretty exciting though. Sarah's sleeping at the moment, and she will wake up in about an hour because then I have to sleep. We timed it that we will arrive early in the morning, but I haven't slept for the day, so I have to sleep a little bit. Really. Behind us we have our partner vessel, Cordelia. They are just like 2 miles away from us, and we will arrive together.
Morning guys, it's about 3 or 5 a.m. here, Martinique local time, and Nico's woken me up about an hour ago for my last shift. Just making some coffee because it's still really dark and I'm super tired. For the last night we decided to do 6 hours on and 6 hours off, so we get some extra rest, but I'm not feeling rested at all. I can't wait to go on land and see Martinique. At the moment I'm just still a little bit too tired to fathom at all that we now finally made it here. I think I have to have my coffee first and then I'll be a bit more absorbent to my surroundings.
Good morning! It's day 18 and we just arrived into the French island of Martinique in the West Indies.
We're here!
Good morning!
Good morning! Oh, in the Caribbean! Oh, and birds again! They're birds! Putting our courtesy flag, our French flag. So hopefully we will be accepted to enter into Martinique. Actually, we initially planned to go to Barbados because it is the shortest route from Cape Verde. But Barbados has a bit more of a complicated check-in process, especially when you're traveling with pets. And we looked into the customs and the check-in for Martinique, which is super easy. You basically have to do it yourself on the computer in a cafe. And we read that there are no formalities for pets, whereas for Barbados, I believe the pets needed a health certificate and some other things. And Nick has eaten all of the chocolate on board. Last night there was still 3 chocolate, this morning, all gone.
It's 3 meters deep here.
Scary.
It's okay. I mean, this is like a really popular place, so the charts are okay. If there would be anything, it would be on the charts.
And you like 2 more things about this water. 1,
it's warm.
And 2,
it's clear.
and the color.
And the color, 2 points, man.
The color.
Yeah.
Doesn't look that nice on camera for some reason. Now it's only gonna be minutes until we're in the Caribbean, officially. The anchorage of St. Anne is just in front of us now. My goodness, there must be at least 500 boats right there. Actually, the whole island is green and there are hardly any houses, but then the anchorage is just like a mega city of boats. People been warning us that the Caribbean is very crowded when it comes to sailing boats, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that many boats. Amazing. Here in the water, floating houses in the anchorage. All the rigging that we set up make it over here now. Can disappear again. Oh, I can't wait for some island food. You were talking about jerk chicken. A Bob, Pee-wee in the cockpit drinking from our water. My mom and dad got us these little flags, a Cuban flag and a German flag, and we decided now that we arrived in the Caribbean, we're gonna finally put them up after they've been in the cupboard for about 6 months. Thanks mom and dad, so people actually know who's on board. Don't you think? He can't talk, he's got a string in his mouth.
Pee-wee.